on now. Judy, the phone's ringing. All right. Hello, this is Judy McBride's phone. Who are you? Really? Okay, well, listen, thank you for calling in, and just hang on. We're gonna get your pledge, and thank you so much for calling in. Right now, let's go to Gene. Gene, you got some very important people over there?
I got some really important people here, Cliff. I have a little boy here, I think it's the littlest telethon volunteer, who, Cliff, you'll be interested in knowing his name is Cliff, and he's helping answer the phones. Now, you won't have to talk to him too long, but you can see he's dying to answer the phone, and if you call Cliff and his mother, Wendy, who's working the love phones,
Phones, 185, can't avoid it. Vests for operators, $14. Personnel costs, custodial fee, $81, can't get out of it. Police resource officers, $160, can't get out of it. Public access tech honorarium, $125. Additional refreshments for Jack. You know what we're talking about. It's fine. It's how it is. Total $1,571. And we have a new thing, the contingency, which is 15% of the budget for $229.05. Now, this we get back if there isn't a problem. Total expenses are $1,805. Total projected income, $7,486.44. And if you look at the second to last line there, you'll see 500 of that comes from our corporate sponsor. So thanks to Martindale Motors for that. And that is the budget.
Hey Brenda?
Yes?
What were our exact numbers from 87, 88 for donations from checks? Just curious.
Okay. Checks, $4,793.40.
Wow, okay.
Great.
Okay.
Okay, so an open discussion on any questions and concerns with this year's budget. Anyone?
You do. Brenda?
Who is this?
This is Ken.
Hi, Ken.
Hi. You raised the fact that we would only be retaining $421.41 for the following year, and that is slightly lower than the year previous.
Right. Why would we want to do that?
It's now the contingency.
Well, but
That's what he was saying.
we could roll it to what we retain if we don't use it. We probably won't use it, so that'll put us up close to $650.
So it's the same number that's in the. Sorry. What it should say is retained for $89.90.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
it's really for next year's budget. We have this, and it should be the same number or comparable to the figure in the Garrison
Startup
Savings
funds,
Bank
I
for
see.
next year.
I see.
So we're going to
I
deposit that number back into the bank.
Okay. 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 Okay, so I suppose what I'm seeing from this budget is you're just, rather than raising the goal higher, you're just looking to duplicate.
Yes.
Okay. But how about adding some goals? I like where you're going.
Go for it.
Let's add some goals.
Just add some goals. Go for it. You want to put a subcommittee together and have some new goals?
Do you mean milestones for dates for things, or do you mean specific?
Let's get a few more sponsors. Let's try to get 2 more pledges for 500 apiece.
I mean, I'm fine with doing more goals, but a lot of this is contingent on what we discover.
Yeah, underestimate, over-deliver on this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I just think it might be worth adding to the budget so that we see those figures and understand what we're striving towards.
Why? This is why it's good to have new members, because they're ambitious. Julie, I say go for it. The world is your oyster. Put some new goals together. I am 100% behind you.
Okay, great.
Roddy, do you think, sorry, this is Ken.
Hi.
If we're able to get some more business sponsorships that equal the amount of our expenses, then we can add that amount to the amount we're already including for the scholarship.
Absolutely.
Okay,
For that.
that's interesting. Are you saying you want to raise a scholarship instead of 6,000 to 7,000, or just retaining more?
Oh, no. I don't think we should retain more. I think that $650 is a is a good goal, and I think that we shouldn't retain more than
Okay.
that. And so I think I would set a goal of giving more to the scholarships. I think that could enhance enthusiasm this
Okay.
year.
I mean, there's no end to need, you know? So if we raise more money, that's nothing but a good thing.
I also want to say something controversial.
Go for it, Sam.
I really like where Julie is going, and I think you're right. I think we've been doing the same thing for some years now. It's sort of you to see that.
Well, it has been successful.
It's been okay, you know. But I want to do a thought experiment here, okay? Imagine you're walking by. You see a lemonade stand, okay?
Yeah,
There's someone selling lemonade for 5 cents.
Yeah.
It's really, really cute, right?
yeah.
You see someone else selling lemonade for 25 cents. What do you immediately?
I don't have lemonade.
I would buy the 25-cent lemonade because they value themselves more.
Exactly.
So I want to be a part of a committee that values themselves and their purpose. That's what I'm saying. I'm really, really excited by that. I want to vote on more.
Dieter?
Hey, it's
Hey, everybody, can we have a vote on the floor about doing more?
Sorry, real quick. Dieter, what you got?
Brenda, is that an actual vote? Does that call for an actual vote?
Yeah, let's vote on it.
Okay. The committee recognizes there's a vote on the floor to do more. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Sure.
Was that an aye?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a big eye.
All right.
I think we're losing focus here.
Hey, Brenda, guess what? The vote passed. We're going to do more.
And in terms of more, could we quantify
Can
that?
we vote on approval of the budget? Do we want to wait till we solve these issues?
I think we should have a breakout meeting about corporate sponsorship on its own.
Right.
Yes.
If we then want to revise the budget, if we can get $1,000,
Yeah,
we'll cross
yeah.
that bridge when we get there. Now, next week we were going to talk about the calendar, but we can push that one more week and have this meeting about this
Vote on
corporate
the budget as
sponsorship.
it is.
Yeah.
With the knowledge that we will not make any amendments that we need to based on what we learned about corporate sponsorship in the following week.
Yes.
Great.
Roddy, Rod,
Yeah.
you got to vote on the floor.
Okay, can there be a vote
The
on the
committee
floor?
recognizes there's a vote on the floor to...
Stand?
What?
Approve the budget? Yeah.
Yep, we are voting to approve this budget.
Great.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. All opposed?
I think we need to
The ayes
reflect
have
the
it.
increased
Oh,
goals.
but wait, can you just say what he...
But we should. Yes, we should all reflect on what we discussed today. With all the discussions in mind, that's what we're talking about, Ken.
So it will increase that last line to 7,000.
No, we didn't vote on that.
We voted for in general, let's do more, but you know.
Okay, so has the
Is that
budget been
okay?
approved?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's okay.
Great, that's confirmed. Do we have any other topics that we want to discuss?
No, just a change in next week's meeting.
Yeah.
Great. David, can you write that down?
Well,
Oh,
happy
hey,
to.
Brenda, it's Julie. I'm taking the minutes now, so I'm writing them
She
down.
has great handwriting, Brent. Don't even worry about it.
Okay.
Oh, real quick, this Saturday afternoon, Roberta and I, we're doing a goodbye summer. A little BBQ over at the Egan residence. I'm gonna get the horseshoes out, okay?
Yeah.
Last horseshoes.
Really bold inside.
Okay, good, yeah, okay.
Okay, so any other last minute announcements?
No, I think I'm good.
Great.
Well, I think that's gonna do it for our...
Great. Let me do it. Dave. Dave,
Yes?
let me do it. We're ready to adjourn?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so everybody ready to adjourn?
Yes.
Aye.
Okay, so this meeting is officially adjourned. Bye now.
Thank you, bye.
Thanks, Brent.
Bye,
Take
Brent.
care of yourself,
Thank you,
Brent.
Galen, Brent.
Bye.
That was great.
So I told him, you know, if you didn't want to be there, then quit wasting everyone's time.
But how'd you tell him that?
What do you mean?
Did you yell at him? Right, we talked about this.
I know.
You're gonna get a reputation as a bully if you keep doing that.
I know.
And number one, you can't be yanking your athlete's arm like that.
I was just getting him up off the mat.
I know you can't be doing that.
Okay.
Okay, number two,
Yeah.
people don't respect bullies. They
They
fear
fear them.
them. And what's the best way to lead a team?
With respect.
That's right. So did you apologize to Chooch?
Sure. I said, hey, look, I'm sorry, you know.
Did you mean it?
He pissed me off. What he did,
Right.
he pissed me off.
Right, doesn't matter. You need to apologize again.
No, I can't do that.
Oh, you gotta do it. You gotta mean it this time, right? What do I say is the most important thing about communication? You gotta mean what you say.
Say what you mean.
That's right. Hey, Coach.
Hey, Coach.
Right? You know what I'm
Right.
talking about, right? Okay. You got this. Okay? Then let me know how it goes.
Hey, Brenda. We're going to get started, so I'm going to go ahead and put you on speaker, okay?
It's really hard for her to hear me, so we gotta talk one at a time, okay? One at a time.
Hey, Brenda.
I know.
Hello, Brenda.
Hey, Brenda, I don't want to rush you. We're running a little behind here, so we're going to go and get started, okay? Now, I've asked Julie to tell us a little bit about what a theme is. Okay, so Julie, do you want to start?
Oh, okay. So what I tell my students is, hello, Brenda.
Brenda, we're talking about theme.
Yeah, I know, I'm here.
Oh, okay. So what I tell my students about theme is, in a sense, in our classroom, understanding a theme is critical in deciphering an author's message. So I want you to keep that in mind. A theme is critical in understanding an underlying message, and the best themes are universal themes.
What conquers?
Right. It's not just a motif, it's a unifying idea.
Good over evil.
I completely agree with you. However, I do want to emphasize that we should keep a sense of levity.
Oh, yes, of course. Yes, of course.
Great. So to start, I want to give us a quick recap of some of our previous themes. Now, the first year, we had no theme. Right, Sandra?
Right, it was just running.
That's right.
So, 82 and 83 had a general sports theme. 84 was around the world, visiting a different country every couple of hours.
JD and Steve love that one.
They do, they do. 85, we had no theme. Then we did around the world again, followed by rock around the calendar. And then last year, we had no theme. All right, now I would like to give everyone 2 minutes to present 1 or 2 of the theme ideas for this year. And then we're going to vote on our favorites, so keep it to 2 minutes, all right? I'm going to time you.
That's right.
Julie, can you write these down?
Yeah, well, I'm going to write them down.
Great. So would anyone like to go first?
I'd love to go first.
Great, thank you. Sandra?
Okay, I don't have 2, I have 4.
Okay.
So my first one is, it's kind of a riff off the month-by-month one we had done. It's called the 4 Seasons. Okay, so imagine.
That would be fun.
I also wanted to second doing Around the World Again. I thought it was so strong that we could do it again. And then
Around the world again.
yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. And then my third one. Okay, this is a little extreme, but how many miles are in a marathon?
26.5. Oh,
22.
22. How many hours are in the telethon?
24.
What happens if we go 2 extra hours and make it a merry marathon mile?
Oh, interesting.
So now each hour, see, I don't really know what that means. I don't know what each hour, what's the organizing principle. But the overall effect of it is, I think, really cool.
yeah, but what's the theme of that? I get the concept, but what's the theme?
Yeah, it's a concept right now. It's a concept right now. You haven't made it into a theme, but I'm going to put it out here for all of you to make better.
No, I think-
It's got a great tagline.
And Marathon Mile.
Oh,
Okay, my fourth one. Okay, my fourth one, Ken. We were talking about this, I'm going to bring it in, okay? What happens if we take a concept album as the structure for our telethon? And I have thought it out. Brent, I know you remember this one. Genesis, Peter Gabriel, 1974. The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. Do you remember this album?
It's a great album.
There are 24 tracks in this album, if you recall. It's a little dramatic. It's a little it's a downer.
It is.
It's brilliant. It really is.
Suicide?
It's
about
about-
a street.
it's about-
It's about a street kid.
It's about a street kid
Who's on a spiritual journey.
who's on a
which I don't
journey
think
that's
is
like a
appropriate.
marathon. It is actually, you take the concept out like the Odyssey and you put it with the merry marathon.
Okay, thank you very much. That's your time.
Okay, so questions. We'll do questions at the end.
Yes, we're going to save them for the
Take that away.
end. So everyone can continue to go ahead and share their themes. We've got another 2 minutes on the clock. Who would like to share next?
I can go.
Great. Wonderful. Ken, what you got?
I have A Night to Remember with a K.
Okay.
I think there'll be a lot of Guinevere's roundtables. The organizing principle of it is, but I just think as a theme it could be very good. And then my other one is, yeah, it's a 50s theme.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it could be really
Rock
fun.
around the
It
clock.
could be rock
Oh,
Robin,
catchy.
or rock around the clock. We could have Elvis impersonators or Jerry Lee Lewis on the piano.
Oh, yeah.
We can't actually get Jerry Lee Lewis, but
Mr. Frederickson does an excellent Elvis imitation.
Hey, that's a great idea.
that's right.
Rock around the clock.
Okay, great. What else you got?
I only only brought in 2.
Hey, that's great. It's all right. We can hustle along. I'll go next.
Yes.
I only really have, well, I guess I'll express that I love the Around the World thing. It's one of my favorites I've done
It's so
for years.
strong.
And I still think we still have a lot of variation we can add to it.
That's so true. You know, also, I was
I
thinking...
thought we weren't discussing the ideas until after everyone said theirs.
Right?
Right?
That is true.
I'm sorry, Brenda.
That's okay. That's okay. So, David, do you have any new proposals?
So my second proposal is traveling through time.
Oh, I sort of have that one.
I have a beautiful timeline of the history of civilization on the wall of my classroom. And I think we can start at the beginning, and every hour we can move further and further through history.
Oh, I knew that you and I would be on the same.
I don't want to give you specifics, but I think the last hour is in the future.
I have
So
that.
we bring our audience with us on the journey.
I see that so
Very
clear.
And hey, I'll give the rest of my time over to Dieter. What you got?
Oh, okay. Well, I just think in titles, not really in content. I leave that up to the group.
That's creative.
So here you go. You never run alone.
Okay.
Okay.
Running of the bills. Dollar bills.
The bills. Okay.
Don't stop till you get enough.
Okay.
Michael Jackson theme.
Sure, I didn't even think of that.
Is that the title?
Don't stop till you get enough.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Interesting.
Pull that tractor.
Okay. What else?
Life is one long relay race.
Gotcha.
Be the dog in the fight.
Okay.
Of life.
Is that part of it?
In parentheses, yeah.
In parentheses. Okay.
Clear the hurdles of life.
It's okay, Brad. It's okay.
Step up to the starting line of life. Step
I
up.
don't know what that means.
All right.
Just titles, no
This is
content.
Roddy's time, so let's let him have it.
Step up.
Sure. Sure. Sure.
Step up to the plate of life.
Baseball theme. Whole baseball theme.
You got a couple more there, Dieter?
Yeah. Tropical dance.
Okay, great. And what else?
The final frontier.
Oh, interesting.
Space.
All space.
Once again, titles.
Oh.
Is that it?
Yes.
Great stuff. Thank you for sharing.
Thanks for listening. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Okay, I guess I'll go. I actually have the time travel, although I think I like yours better, but I more specifically, Ohio 100 years ago. Ohio 100
here
years
now.
in the future. Here now, more local history, but I think yours might be a little more exciting. I'm just going to put mine out there. Okay.
Do it.
The other one I thought would be kind of fun is Hollywood Through the Ages. Starting with a silent film, so it would start and it would be silent.
Right.
We could do it, we could have a little placard saying it. And then as the hours go by, there could be these different moments. We could do a grand MGM choreographed number, you know, like that.
Must be buzzing.
Yeah,
Berkeley.
we could do something a little edgier in the 70s, maybe
We
bring
get
in
to
the...
all movies. 24 movies through time.
Right, because people are watching TV, and you know how they want to channel surf. We have to give them variety.
Okay, people might flip through and think they're watching Gone with the Wind.
But
But
it's the telethon.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah. Okay, great. Brenda, hey, everyone, let's just focus on Brenda real quick. Okay. Hey, Brenda, thank you for being so patient on the phone. Did you want to go ahead?
I was participating in the conversation. I did not know I'd be made to thank David.
Well, I just know how difficult it is for you to hear on the phone, so I appreciate it.
What I have is a song. And this song, last year, the kids were talking about it for a prom theme, but it never worked. But I always thought it really encapsulated time. Hold on. Let me get my record out. Hold on. No, hold on. Hold on.
What is this?
Oh, you know this song.
So anyway, you catch my drift.
No! I don't. I'm sorry, Brenda. What is the lyric?
Hold on.
What's the lyric?
It's coming. It's coming. It's right. It's here. Hang on, hang on, don't dream it's over. Don't dream it's over.
And what does that mean, don't dream it's over? Can you expand on that for me?
I think it means that it used to be a dream, and now it's over.
Well, don't you think that means keep going?
Oh, okay. Brenda.
Now I'm telling my
Okay, hey Brenda, your time is coming to an end. Your 2 minutes are almost up. Hey, just to clarify, your theme was hey now?
No, Brenda, right? It's don't dream it's over.
Don't dream it's
Keep
over.
going.
I'm sorry, Brenda. What did you have to say?
It's not a big deal. I just don't think my time was up.
Okay, Brenda, it's not a big deal.
Hey, that was a really strong idea.
Okay, so a lot of good stuff to choose from here. Now, our titles are really, really strong. They can be applied to any theme.
Oh,
So
I don't think that's true.
let's just say that's true. So starting with themes,
No, I don't think that's true. I think they're separate.
let's just say that's true.
Oh,
Okay. So let's begin by voting on our top three. Start to put these
Are we
in.
voting on the theme or the title?
We're voting on theme. I'm just saying that our titles are applicable.
associated.
We're
Yeah.
voting.
I feel like people are listening to what David is proposing.
Hey, thanks there, Ron. Let us all just slow down.
Oh my God.
Everyone take a moment, write down your top three, and everyone place your votes in a cup.
Oh, are we voting in cups now?
Brenda, you want to tell me your top three?
I want to say that I like the Marathon Million Mile one.
You got number two? Probably want to vote for Don't Stop Believing. Or Don't Dream
It's over.
It's Over.
Oh, that would be voting for myself.
Well, that's okay. I did. I voted for myself.
Oh, I'm fine with just a million miles, I guess.
Okay. Strong vote.
okay.
Okay, great. Julie?
Yep. Okay, I'm getting there. There are a lot of. Okay. All right. Well, there is a clear winner.
Sure, but tell us the top three.
Oh, okay. Around the World got 3.
Okay.
Um,
Well, let's just keep
Time traveling through time got 4.
Okay.
And Genesis concept album got 3.
Great. What?
Okay.
So now we're going to choose the top three. Then we're going to only get one vote now. Okay, just one.
But Sandra, the Genesis one. I thought the theme of Hollywood was way better and more interesting. We can't do a.
Then don't vote for it.
Hey man, I know what it feels like when the tide is turning against you.
But the Hollywood
Sometimes you just gotta ride the wave.
Weak ideas.
All right, everyone vote.
I go, hey, Brian, you want to stay with the same vote?
Oh, fuck, I don't know.
Okay. It's okay. You just never know when kids are going to walk in here.
I know. It just slipped out.
No problem. Okay, I'm going to put a quarter in the jar for you.
Wait a minute. Hollywood for the Ages wasn't one of them. Who did this?
It's me.
I
want that
okay.
one. I want that one. I actually think that Hollywood Through the Ages is one of the best themes we've had in a long time. And
We promised to choose from the top three.
Fine, give it
Let
back.
me thank you.
No, I think it could be really amazing.
Guys, we are almost there.
Guys, we're gonna get a
Come on,
practice.
let's do it.
We have 1 minute.
Okay.
We do around the world again.
Oh, and the winner is time travel. That's
Okay, thank you very much. We did it. We're done.
Hey, Brenda, you going to make it out to vote today?
We're almost spinning
You
around.
know, I would be happy to take you.
I'll get off that for sure.
As long as you're voting for your packets. Okay. I can be there,
I'll be right
Brenda.
there.
I can be there in 20 minutes.
Great.
Okay, I'll see you soon.
Coach B?
Yes.
Coach B?
Yes.
I'm gonna hit the track tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. little track work if you want to join.
You make it 5 a.m. You make it 5 a.m. and I'll be there.
That sounds like a challenge.
Sounds like a challenge.
All right, everybody.
Yes.
say this.
All
Okay,
right.
it's happened a couple times now, and I think we gotta find a better way.
What do you mean?
I feel like she's feeling so much disrespect. She can't move her body. She can't hear us talk. We gotta find a better way. Maybe we gotta get over her house.
We just have to be patient. Because here's the thing. She's on heavy medication. This cannot be a priority for her.
And it is. It is. It is the only thing she has to look forward to. Okay, you're coming from a place of kindness. You're nothing but kindness, but I think we actually are being so blind right now.
Yeah, but it's the, we cannot enforce
We have
it.
to police it, David. We have to police it.
She said, I don't bleeping know.
She did say, I don't know. I know. I paid for it.
And if she's gonna stay up with us, right? Weakest link in the chain. I mean, we do all we
David,
can
she
to
is
lift
the
her up
weakest
here.
link, but she built the whole chain.
I get that.
She built the whole chain, and now we're cutting her out.
I'm not trying to be rude here.
I know you're not trying
Because
to.
you know who this is for.
The kids.
The kids.
It's not for us, not for Brenda. It's for the kids.
David, I know. I just want you to consider what I'm saying. That's all.
I'll consider it, Sandra. Thank you.
I'm gonna stop at IGA. Do you wanna come?
No, I have AV club.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my car's here, so.
Wait, I thought AV didn't start till next week.
Oh. I have papers to grade.
Okay. And you wanna do that here?
Yes,
And not at home?
yes.
Okay.
You want me to come with you?
No, it's okay. But did you just lie to me? It's okay if you did. Just don't lie to me.
I'm not lying. It's not a lie. I thought I had AV, but then I remembered it's just papers.
Do you want me to pick up anything for you? What kind?
Surprise me.
Okay, and what kind of cereal? Do you want Cheerios or do you want...
Honey Nut.
Cheerios.
Yeah, but specifically honey
Yes,
nut.
I know.
Bye.
Good afternoon, Maroons. Teams or clubs interested in participating in the Fall Festival Parade, please sign up with Miss Crowley in room 268 East. Juniors and seniors attending the Capital Area Education Career Fair should stop by the guidance office for a permission slip.
Blue.
Blue,
Why would you put it in
Oh,
blue?
no, I take it
I
back.
said gold or black.
Yeah, let's put them in at 9 p.m.
Yeah,
as
go
well.
9 p.m.
Cool.
Okay.
9 p.m. Nice little mix with the.
Yeah, with the choir.
Yeah, do it.
Okay, another new act. Let's talk about Troy Campanella. Audition scores.
46.
46.
45.
I gave him a 41.
Out of 50.
I
Yeah.
thought it was amazing how he,
Wait, Julie, what'd you say?
I gave him a 47. It was completely unique.
Yeah.
Completely unique.
Yep.
Brenda, he's a painter and he wants to paint live on air.
Oh, okay.
I only really deducted on overall presentation.
Oh, I know. I'm worried about cleanup between the acts, and I do think he's someone we should be mindful
You
of.
put him at the end.
Oh, somewhere in
Oh, that's a
there.
great idea. Because he can
He
paint.
can be the closing
He
number.
can summarize.
Maybe you can just paint Mary.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh my
do
god. That would be outstanding.
That would be
Great.
beautiful.
That would be
That's an
outstanding.
inspired idea.
That's a 50 idea.
Wait, picture that. He paints Mary. Then the tribute video.
Yes, Julie.
Right, Ken has a tribute video coming.
Good. There's a lot of material. Some
You
of
get
those
the
tapes
80s
in England
sectional,
made
you
it
gotta have
hands-on. I don't know. The AV closet's a mess right now,
Sure.
but I'll get it done.
Sure.
I'll do it.
2 more.
Great.
Troy Campanella.
Yeah, maybe I'm even gonna love that.
Yeah. Okay, the Marching Maroons.
Crowd out, crowd
Ordering
pleaser.
this year.
Maybe I'll take a hang on
group,
Sloopy
about
Lot.
20.
That's epic.
They're doing a Born in the USA show.
That's right.
That's right,
Thank you,
Looks like
Brenda.
we could have them on for a full hour.
Yeah, but do they know enough songs?
Oh, they know enough songs.
Let's start with 1 hour and then use it again if we need to.
I think that's really smart.
8 p.m. right after opening?
8 p.m. 8 p.m.
Okay.
Great. Sandra, tell us how you feel about your mathletes.
I feel passionately about them.
Afternoon.
You know, I'm ready whenever you call me.
Well, I think those kids have friends and want their friends to tune in the afternoon
I think
or
so.
the platinum
Yes,
pie.
Julie. And I'm also thinking about doing a Roman numerals tribute.
Oh.
Tribute to Roman numerals.
Wait. You just have to be careful because a lot of people don't know what Roman numerals are.
We began to teach them, Brandon. It's an an opportunity.
So what are we saying, afternoon medley or platinum prime time?
Let's get it in the afternoon then.
Afternoon.
Afternoon.
Afternoon,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, sounds great. Tiffany Martindale.
Oh, Claire
Early
Russell.
bird.
She's doing that again.
Yeah.
Guys, has to be platinum.
Oh,
Oh, really? You have a
yeah.
strong feeling about that, huh?
Yeah, golden platinum. She's a Martindale.
that's true.
All right. Platinum 6 p.m.
Platinum.
Okay, great. Last one, new act, Marty Chapman.
He wants to be known as Slim Marty.
Very thin.
Good, not great with my notes.
Okay, I think he's a 2 a.m. I don't think it was unimpressive.
I gave him a 28. I guess. No. I thought some of his maneuvers were impressive. Sometimes I felt like my numbers, they just didn't really reflect. I felt like David's, the scoring system is flawed.
I hear that. That could have been costume.
Yeah, I still have questions about how tight, not tight it was in the crotch.
My biggest dog was for costume.
Biggest dog. Ew.
I do think we need to talk to him about a unitard.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
Talking about Marty Chapman, he did some amateur contortionism.
He put his foot in his mouth,
You
Brent.
get behind his
Brenda,
head.
let me just tell you, he was wearing shorts, okay?
Oh,
They're not tight ones.
Yeah.
And he was doing contortions.
We saw what looked like a chewed piece of bubble gum at one point.
Okay. Yeah, that's blue for sure.
Yeah, he's
Put him
a
in
blue.
blue. I don't care where he goes as long as he's not near me. Okay. Hey, look at that. We did it. That's our program.
Oh, wow. Finished 5 minutes early.
Yeah. Did you guys hear about Mitch Finner?
Finner.
Candace's day?
Candace and Kathy's dad, yeah.
What about him?
Got a new job over at Dalton.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they're moving.
Oh, no.
Candace is so sweet.
Oh, no, they're getting a house in Oak Creek, so they'll still be in the district.
Oh, phew.
that's good. I would have missed Candace.
I feel okay about it. Okay, if you want to be perfectly honest, I don't think we're having the turnout I thought we were going to have. I think we need to go back to the attack and ask. I think we need to reevaluate how we're asking for these people's support.
Are we in the red or are we in the yellow?
We're in the orange. Okay, we're right. Okay,
No, hey, that's
I'm not
great.
panicked.
That's great.
I'm not panicked.
Don't panic.
But I think in a year where we're doing more, we need more, and we don't have more right now.
What did you just say?
Don't panic.
Me?
Be positive, don't panic.
That's
Well-
right. So I feel positive. I'm not panicking, but I think we can do more.
Great.
So.
Great. Do more.
Do we need to contact more people ourselves individually?
I don't think it's about adding more people to the list. Okay, I want to go back to the people who said no and say, are you sure?
I feel comfortable about asking.
Yeah, that can be hard, sure. That can be hard to go and ask somebody twice. Be that persistent. Right, Rob? What do I say about persistence?
You should get Samantha Mulholland just to come with you. That's what I would do sometimes. You go a second time and you bring one of the kids with you, especially her.
Yeah,
They usually, you know.
That's a good idea, Brenda.
sometimes
Really
it's-
nice idea.
That's not nice. It's sales.
I think that we should put a pause on this, just for now. Because, hey, we're in the orange.
I'm not concerned.
We're in the
I'm
orange.
not
And we
panicked.
can circle back after the holidays for the
Attack and ask.
attack and ask. Great stuff, Sam.
Thanks for the update, Sandra.
So, Julie,
Yes.
not to put you on the spot, but
I have just been dying to know a little more about this opening act.
Oh, well, it's really not fleshed out. It's really just a kernel of an idea at this
Well,
point.
no pressure at all. But would you be willing to share some of that kernel with us?
Yeah, okay, yeah. But just don't rush to judgment. Okay, so I was thinking, Ken and I went to the planetarium for our anniversary, and they do this thing with the beginning of time, which is really beautiful.
That's fantastic.
It's so gorgeous.
So it starts in darkness with a very mysterious, a very ambient
I
soundscape.
also pictured the beginning in darkness.
And then they start to light up different sections of the ceiling of the planetarium. And then there's this bright, bright light, almost blinding.
Is it on the Big Bang?
Well, it's from the beginning of time, but they're not necessarily saying what the beginning was.
Right, but what's the feeling?
The feeling is you're just sitting there and you're experiencing something beginning. Yeah.
There's a lot of darkness.
Okay, so picture darkness.
And then there's...
I think as far as, I can't hear anybody.
Oh, sorry.
Brenda. Maybe
I'm
we'll
just
just pull
saying.
Yeah, Brenda, it's Julie. I'm sorry about that.
Are we talking BC? Are we talking time? The Big Bang?
That's exactly what we're talking about, but that is just an image, an opening image. What I really want to get to is this idea of a montage.
Oh, a montage.
Because I don't think you have to necessarily pinpoint the beginning of time, because I think there could be some controversy, I know, within certain departments, about how
I
we
see a
frame
big
that.
difference between evolution versus ooh.
Right. So we avoid that. We start with one person. They're lying in bed.
Okay.
They rise out of bed. Lights come up on their face. They bend over. They're tying their shoes.
Yes.
They rise.
Yes.
They begin a slow jog on the treadmill.
Okay, is this person supposed to be married?
No. It's not Mary per se, but yes, they are a proxy for Mary.
Yes. Yes, so-
And then behind her, the things you can see coming out of the darkness are these figures in silhouette. And you can't quite make them out, but there is something familiar about them. And then one of them comes out into the light, maybe even running on a treadmill next to the Mary figure, and we see it's a caveman.
Oh, yes.
And the caveman recedes back into the darkness, and then someone else emerges. It's Genghis Khan.
Oh, hey.
So we jumped all the way to Genghis Khan?
No.
We're traveling through time, right?
Right, because I thought, how are we getting through time?
How?
It's a time machine.
That's right. And do you know how maybe that time machine is activated?
How?
Now. We're running through time.
So the treadmill is, oh my God, yes.
So that opening act is all the different acts we're going to do in one moment?
That's right.
So then you see everything you're going to see all throughout time?
Yes, that's right.
What if we see someone and they're bent over? I mean, how fancy can the camera work get? Can we get a close-up? No.
Do you not have anyone on a handheld that can just get in?
No.
Okay.
Nothing, it's one shot?
We have two cameras.
Okay.
Okay, so we have one angle and a second angle.
Because I don't have the ability and the students don't.
Ken, do you feel that by April, if they actually could do it?
They won't be able to do it because I don't actually know how to do it.
You don't actually what, Ken?
Sorry, Brenda. I don't actually have the ability for more than two cameras with multiple angles. That's actually something that I don't know how to do.
You don't know how to do it, Ken?
You know, there are actually limits
This
to
is
my knowledge
high
in the
school
field. I know
level.
that
Ken is not a
sounds-
professional, he's a teacher. It's going to have to be very much like a dance.
Yeah, I think so.
I just see someone tying their shoes. It's so powerful.
Great stuff. An answer to the question?
Sure.
Do you see us running through time, jumping through periods in a back and forth sort of way? Or do you see us moving through time in a more linear fashion?
I don't. Well, this is just for the opening act.
Are you talking about theme? Are you talking about the opening number?
Well, I'm just talking
Both,
about the
a little
opening
bit of
act.
both. It's a very amusing conversation.
Guys, I'm just talking about the opening act.
I think if you do
I think you
it
build
more
some tension
linear-
if you do it chronologically, because then you think, what's coming next?
That's what I think.
I don't know of anybody that watched. Well, wait. No, I don't know of anybody that watched the full telethon. It's like a pie. You just cut in and get a piece. You don't expect to see the whole pie. So I would just I think it's helpful to think of it in sections, because people are only watching an hour at a time. So even if you have a montage, by the time it's over, no one's going to connect it with the following act, because they're just going to see that montage.
Sure.
Guys, I'm confused. Can we just say with the opening act that we like this idea of running for time, that we feel comfortable with my first proposal, with that first... Okay, why don't I just brainstorm? Yeah, I'll brainstorm and flesh it out.
Yes. Well, I have an idea that involves chooch. So we're talking about time, our theme, time traveling. And I had a feeling we'd get to the beginning of time, which is a really exciting time. And I had sort of vision that I didn't want to mention earlier because I don't want to step on anyone's ideas. But if we're going to move on now, I just want to get it out there into all of your heads. Okay? So, what if chooch was the Big Bang? Okay? And he comes out, and he's got a neon headband, a neon wristband, and then he comes out, and there's an Earth, and he picks up the Earth to start time.
Oh, but the Earth did not.
That's great. I think that's really good.
But the Earth did not precede the Big Bang.
But I think it could. I think the chooch could do a lot with the telethon and be symbolic because Mary was a star athlete and he is a star athlete. And I just think, I don't know, maybe it's a dumb idea.
No, I think it's good.
I think it's a good idea. I think it's a strong idea.
I think it's a strong idea, but isn't he already breaking the world record for push-ups in 5 times?
Do we know what the world record for push-ups in a minute was?
We're talking upwards of 85 in a minute.
How many do on the audition? How many do?
I don't know, I lost count, I was clapping, but a lot.
If you want him to do more, maybe he just sticks around after the push-ups. We do an interview, we do a feature on his wrestling.
Yeah, he's not going to want to do that.
Why?
Well, why not? Why don't we do an interview? That's a lot of push-ups.
He doesn't thrive in interviews.
What if we did a taped interview?
Yeah, he's not going to want
Okay, if he won't even do an interview, I don't understand how it's going to be the beginning of the
Because you don't have to talk.
It's just
You don't have to talk.
talking.
Look, I just don't know if we want the beginning of the telethon to be the Chooch
Sure, let's
show.
remind ourselves.
Well, what's a better idea?
Chooch as Atlas holding up the Earth is a very great
So
thing.
you're agreeing?
I am agreeing to a certain extent. I think that if we set... I just don't know if we want his push-up thing to overshadow the fact that all of our runners are going to be running for the 24 hours and doing this physical.
He can run too.
Oh, so he's going to run, he's also going to do push-ups, and then he's also
He can do all sorts of things.
Well, how about this? I don't doubt that he can do it.
You doubt that he can do it?
I said, I don't doubt that he can do it. I'm saying that I think that it's too much for him, for us to focus it all on the Chooch.
Well, I don't know who's done more for Garrison than Chooch.
I could name a few people who have done more for Garrison.
Okay, I'm all ears, man, but I am all ears. Why do you think 5 people are going to open a telethon better than Chooch?
Can I just pause for a second?
Yeah.
I honestly don't think you guys are disagreeing right now.
So,
Excuse me, I'm not.
okay, sorry.
I'm
Sounds
not
like you were.
doing
It
that.
did. It really, really did.
Uh-oh.
Guys, hey, let's just do this. Let's just put Chooch on hold.
So I should say Chooch off the board then.
I didn't say take Chooch off the board. We have some temperatures rising about Chooch, okay? So let's just let it slide for now, okay?
I just think I can help.
Julie, please don't bring up more Chooch.
I think we all appreciate Chooch. And I like Rod's idea. I think it's a good one. So I think we put Chooch up here in the 8 o'clock.
Oh, neat.
Yep, I think he's part of the opening. I think Rod's idea is very good.
We're all okay.
Are you okay? I think you're okay.
Yeah, I'm okay, but I would like to apologize. You don't have to apologize.
Let them apologize.
Everyone knows that Chooch is important to me, and I want to thank Julie. Thank you for recognizing that and recognizing his value to the telethon and to the school. I'm sorry I called you a naysayer. I misunderstood. Mea culpa. I would also like to... I'm sorry if I got into game mode when it wasn't game time.
And Julie, needless to say,
To me?
Hey, I really appreciate everyone's open, honest
Should we
communication.
just open the presents?
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad
Maybe we should just open
We
the
need to
presents.
reset the clock a little bit. We need a little holiday cheer,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, I think that's good.
Brenda, I think we're opening gifts now. Do you have yours?
I do. I do.
Okay.
You want to start, maybe?
Okay. Oh man. Whoever it, they wrapped it really tightly. Oh, all this tape. Oh. Oh, it's a poster. Oh, it's a poster with puppies. And they're running over a field with a beautiful blue sky. And it says, enthusiasm, honor, and it says, strike out with joy and exhilaration, and others are sure to join you. That's so sweet. Thanks. Who's my secret Santa?
Yes, Bram. Yes.
David, was it you?
It was me, Brenda. Good guess.
Dave! Dave! Thank you. That's the nicest gift I think I've ever gotten.
Enjoy it, Brenda.
Hi, Dave. What do you do?
All right, okay, I'll go. Let's see what's under the Christmas tree for me. Oh, this is wrapped so nicely. So nicely. Oh my God. This is absolutely
Be positive, don't panic.
Don't panic.
Hey, Brenda's got a sweatshirt that says don't panic.
Oh, that's so great. I like how we're all getting slogans.
Yeah.
What? Is this you?
Look at that face.
Yeah, it was me.
Hey, down we go.
Wait, I think he should go next.
Yeah, go.
Okay.
Hey, you're a good guy.
Rod D with a Christmas tree. My dad would say it feels bookish. Holy shit. Quarter. The Secret of Inner Strength, My Story, Chuck Norris with Joe Hines.
Oh shit, I love the price tag.
You got this? Thank you.
I hope you like it.
I already like it. Here, give me a hug. A Christmas hug. That's sweet. I'll give you one of these from the back so I can get all the way around you.
Really nice.
You know, he's one of several heroes of mine.
They got a Chuck Norris book
Oh, that's great. I know he likes Chuck Norris.
from Julie.
I'm gonna put this right on my bedside table.
Did you get a bedside table?
No, I gotta get a bedside table.
Julie?
Oh,
Hey, thank you, Jules. Oh, can I call you Jules?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It's tissue paper.
Logic puzzles, very good. To Julie Love Can.
Oh, you gave it away.
Can.
Another book.
Julie, you are. Oh, that's very sweet.
What's it say?
Yeah, what's it say?
Julie, you are the Garfield to my Odie with all my love and Merry Christmas. You know me so well.
Do you kick them off tables?
Do you
No, that is my favorite.
I'm not a snob. I'm just better than you.
Funny, that's very funny. Garfield.
Funny shirt.
That was perfect.
What happened?
Ken got me a shirt with Garfield that says, I'm not a snob, I'm just better than you. Is that funny?
Who is this?
It's Julie, hi.
Oh, Julie, that's so funny.
Merry Christmas.
And Ken.
Thank you for the gift, Ken.
Oh my God. It's Simon and Garfunkel.
Does it have our song?
Oh, what's your song?
Oh, yeah, it does.
It's their best album.
Hey, Brand, is that your gift?
No.
Huh. Julie? You got this for me.
Well, Julie got the book for
Sandra. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
I know. Did a little recon.
Julie, the Garfield to your Odie. And Sandra's the Simon
Simon
your
your
Garfunkel.
And the Garfield to your Uncle.
We should be Garfield and Garfunkel.
There you go.
Next Halloween.
There you
That
go.
was really
Thank
nice.
you.
Don't wear it out.
I won't.
All right.
We will wear it out.
Your turn, Coach B.
All right. All right. Okay. All right.
Wait, Sandra, you can have one. Oh, no, that's not pop.
Sandra,
Yeah, Brand.
I am so sorry.
Hey, Brenda, don't worry about it.
There is just so much going on over here.
I know. I understand.
I actually, I did get you something. I got you a
Hey,
gift.
Brenda, don't worry about it.
It's sitting right here, actually. I'm looking right at it.
Oh.
Do you want to know what it is?
All right. Yeah.
It's a charm bracelet.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
A charm bracelet. It's silver, and it has two charms on it for now. A track sneaker and a calculator.
That's really, really nice, Brenda.
You didn't have to, Brand.
Yeah, I did, because I'm your Santa.
Thank you so much, Brand.
Oh, I'll give it to David to give to you when he comes. David, are you ever going to come over and get my garbage?
I thought Hank was taking care of that.
He's unreliable.
Okay, Brenda. I can come over tonight. It's
No.
problem.
Next week.
Okay, Brenda. You just give me a call.
That was a very, very sweet gift, Brenda.
David,
Okay, Brenda.
thank you for my toaster.
You're very welcome.
Coach, what do you get for little Natalie this year?
Oh, she saw one of her little friends, that Dolly surprise.
Yeah, what's a surprise?
It's her hair, I think.
Oh, yeah, you can't get those.
No, I couldn't. Well, we
You gotta
tried.
sell
We
your
really,
kidney to
really
get
tried.
one.
We went down to J-Town Mall. That place was a zoo.
It was a madhouse.
Should have bought one and sold it.
I
Maybe-
just
Well, we got, I got early a Dolly surprise from my niece.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I got that back in September.
Wow.
Wow, that's great. Yeah.
I have a gift cupboard.
I got her a different doll. It's blonde, too. And Natalie's so young. She doesn't know. She'll be happy. She doesn't know.
No, they know.
get, Paula, she's getting her first bike.
Oh, that's so great.
We're really excited about that.
That's why you're the best dad.
We're really excited about that one. Ken, Julie, the lasagna.
Oh, please eat more. Eat more. And thank Roberta for the pan dulce. They were.
I will.
Hey, Brenda.
Brenda?
Hey, Brad.
Good afternoon, Maroons. Tonight at 7 p.m., the boys basketball team faces off against the Grand Prairie Ghosts. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. The corresponding pep rally is 2 p.m. just after early dismissal. Show some Maroon pride and let's get those ghosts.
In the spirit of doing more, I put some feelers out there, and I was able to secure for us the Business Com 16.
Oh my
Which
God.
is a vast improvement on our previous
What is that?
phones. Now, this model here came out in 1986, which is not as current as I would have hoped,
Look
but
at
still
that.
3 years old, not a bad thing. Samantha Mulholland's father was redoing his office, and they had those phones. They upgraded it.
Are
He
these-
has donated
are
all those
these
to
ours?
us. Now, this means that for the future, this is what we're working with.
Oh, we're not even renting these?
No, this is ours.
Oh my God, that is a game changer.
Yeah, which I was so excited that I got to
Ken,
bring
that's
this good news to
great.
everybody.
Ken, you just made us $125 right there.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a lot of buttons on that. That is neat.
Yeah, there are a lot of buttons, but we're going to go through it, and it'll be, it might be a little bit in the beginning, but then it'll get better.
We are 10 days out from
10
the big
days
day.
out.
Yeah, we have 10 days, but we can learn this quickly. It's all very easy.
Are these the ones the secretaries in the office use?
This is similar, but not exactly.
Uh-huh. Are you sure?
I am sure.
They look exactly the same.
Okay. Now there are some fundamental differences. Sometimes there are things going on internally which are not displayed externally. And I know that our old system was just all.
There are 6 lines there?
And there are, which I'll get to.
And these are the ones they have in the office.
Are we paying extra for the extra lines with the phone company?
There is the extra. There is an extra expense.
Oh,
but
okay,
we
okay,
talked about this
okay.
in the doing
Guys,
more.
just remember, these are donated now. So the cost has been cut.
Yeah, no longer renting. There's no longer a renting fee, but we are paying a little bit more for the.
Lines.
Up front.
Well, there's no such thing as a free lunch.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
It's true. So now, I think what you're talking about, Roddy, is that the ones they have up in the office, those are considered a monitor, and we're the hands-free. So with the monitor,
No,
those
these are the ones I'm pretty sure.
What
And I'm
difference
telling
does
you-
it make, Rod?
there's not a big difference, but I would like to explain the difference. Because the monitor ones, those are the ones that you can't actually do hands-free speaking.
Okay.
All right. So, if you guys flip over your packets, I was able to make a copy from the manual of this. So you all have a replica of the phone on the back.
This is the one they have in the office.
So that's the good news. We're doing more. now comes the bad news, which is we have to learn it.
Hey, that's great.
Learning's
That's great
never
news.
bad news.
So here we go. All right, so everybody's looking at their phone,
Yes.
right? Yeah, and I described you how we're fortunate enough to have the hands-free version of this phone.
So fortunate.
So now a basic thing, so here we go. So
Okay.
just like a normal phone, you have your receiver,
Yes.
then you have your line keys, which are up here at the top, and we have 1 through 6 because we have 6 lines this year.
Oh my God, Ken.
Which is such an improvement, and I'm so excited about this. It means there'll be less waiting, less putting people on hold, and potentially a lot less people calling in and getting a busy signal.
Ken just keeps knocking it out of the park over you.
Well, I put in a lot of effort.
It really
This
shows
is
you.
something that we
Your
talk
effort is
Thank you.
really
Great work.
great.
Who'd you have to screw to get this many lines? You know what I mean?
Basic phone calls. So, to use this hands-free, now guys, this is the really cool thing. You don't even have to pick up the receiver.
Huh?
You just press the line that's free, and the phone, you will hear, it's automatically on speaker.
So it'll be like this speakerphone? It'll be like this speakerphone in the room?
Way better. This speakerphone is very outdated and very clumsy. Now, the good thing about the hands-free is that it also functions like a regular phone. So if you just pick it up, it's no longer hands-free.
Feels like Star Trek in here.
It is. It is. I'm just eager to just jump in so that we can all get comfortable with this, because I know that this is new to transfer that onto the trainees.
No, wait,
with
hang
the
on.
phone.
I'm sorry. Why would you put a call on speaker when you have so many people in the room and people are giving out their private information?
That's a great question.
That's
a great question.
Come in handy. I think it come in handy when you have a lot of papers and you're trying to fill things out. And I know that this, for a long shift, it's very difficult to do.
Maybe, is this compatible with a headset? You know, one of these?
Do these come with headsets?
We were not able to get that from Samantha's
Oh, okay. You skip.
This feature, it's a very good feature. But what I want to, I'm going to continue with the discussion, and then we can have questions.
I'm not, am I out of bounds here?
Hey, Roddy, you got the most number of calls per hour.
All I'm
Yeah, we're just
saying
jumping
is that if
a little
I'm,
bit
can you let me
short.
finish? Is that if I'm sitting there and the telephone is going on, and I know you're usually back in the control booth, so you don't know how much activity there is out there.
It's loud.
It's like a pep
I'm
rally.
not going to want to use the phone hands-free.
Right.
Yes, thank
And so you don't
Right.
overwhelm us with new information that is, what is the word?
You don't
It's,
need right
it's
now.
extra. It's,
Overabundant.
Superfluous.
Yes.
It's not superfluous. I'm giving you options. We have a new technology here that we didn't have before, which is hands-free, which is fairly simple to operate.
Just for Julie in the room, if I may. Before we get into the advanced features on the phone, we might want to just go over the basics.
That
Because I
was the
feel-
basics. We were doing the basics.
Oh, well, this hands-free speakerphone was new for me anyway.
Well,
It's a
with
challenge for me, and I'm a...
With this phone, one of the basic elements is the speakerphone, is the hands-free option. And I would like to teach it to everybody because this is a new technology that we didn't have before, and that can help us.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Great.
So, just as a review, the basics are, if you want to operate this as if it wasn't a hands-free phone, you just pick up the phone, press the line.
Yes.
Hello?
Great.
You continue. To end the call, you just
Hang up.
hang up.
Like a phone.
Okay.
Just hang up the phone like a phone.
Yeah, it's a phone.
Hey, Ken, you're upset at our being new.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, I apologize for getting a little bit impatient. I'm just really excited about the new features on this.
Real cool.
And you can use it as if those didn't exist. I would recommend that you learn them because it would be unfortunate if I was able to secure these.
Sure.
And then because some people are afraid of learning some new things,
Sure.
that we weren't able to use them.
Sure. Yeah. No problem.
So, does everybody feel comfortable with the hands-free option?
Yes.
Okay, great.
This
So
should
now
be
the
a
next
subcommittee,
thing.
a whole separate subcommittee.
I know, Julie, it's a lot.
No, it's not a lot. This is not a lot.
So there are
It's a lot in the grand scheme of all the things I have to do, including the midterms I have to grade, but the term itself is not a lot. It's actually very simple. Yes, it's taken all total. Yes, this is a lot.
And so there are two kinds of hold. Roddy, I'm going to have to ask you to put that hand down because it really adds a lot of pressure to
He's
this
just using it to remember for himself.
It's just for me.
It helps him. It's like tying a string around your finger.
Can I put it somewhere else? Can I put it here? I am continuing it. There are two kinds of holds. Regular and exclusive.
Why would you need two kinds of holds?
Exactly. Great question, Julie. Thank you for that assist. You will need these two kinds of holds. Because if you are on the phone and you're in the middle of taking some people's information, and there's a phone line that's ringing,
I see, I understand.
and you need to pick up that phone line, you need to put your person on a regular...
On an exclusive.
On an exclusive
Got it.
hold, because you don't want somebody else to pick up your line.
Right, and then they have to start over. Got it. All right. So how do you do an exclusive hold, honey?
Okay. So you press hold twice. Got it? Just once for regular, twice for exclusive.
Can I ask one big question that I want to ask?
Does everybody feel comfortable with the two kinds of hold?
Yes.
David, what was your question?
So last year, 4 people, 4 phone lines. Everybody's got a line. We got some people
David,
on
we need
hold
more
all the time.
volunteers.
This was my question. This year we've got 5 people and 6 phone lines.
We planned for
We talked
5.
about
We
that.
planned
It
for 5
feels
this
like a
session.
whack-a-mole.
Wait,
Yeah,
so we have 6 phones, 6 actual phones?
We have 6 actual phones this year.
We have 6 actual phones.
Yes.
Not just 6 line extensions. 6 actual phones.
That's a great question. Yes. I drew up a phone plan.
Okay,
Oh,
great. It's AT&T over here.
Now, what's new this year? Because we've always talked about maybe having this be a possibility at some point in our growth, is that we have phone number 6, which is dedicated to the senior telephone operator.
So
We have 5 volunteers, our phone operators, and then we have our senior telephone operator.
No.
I'll show you how this comes into effect.
No, the senior volunteer is actually one of the 5. That's how we mapped that. That's how we have our assignees right now.
Otherwise, we don't have enough volunteers.
Yes, correct.
Well,
This is
I just
something that
think
we're
we
gonna
need to
have
get
to
more
adjust.
volunteers.
This is something-
We can
well, you're
try.
only-
Well, I want $1 million.
It's just one more volunteer per shift. It would only be 6 more volunteers.
Sure.
Which is something that we can try to do. I would like to try to make this happen because we got the phone.
Hey, look, me too. Me too.
Yeah?
Look, me too.
Me
I'm just
too.
saying, we're 10 days out. We're sprinting to the finish line. Okay, I always want to do more. If I make 10 of me, I would.
Uh-huh.
I don't know that we can do it. So I like the ambition, but I don't know that we're there. And I want to make sure I point that out now. And I
We
said,
are
this
there
is
because
true.
I got the phone lines. I took the time to get the phone
I
lines.
know, but maybe you should have consulted.
You guys,
so that
This
we
is
could
something that we talked about, that we needed another phone line.
one.
And I provided you something that is beyond that, which makes
Which is
it makes
incredible.
our things easier.
It's incredible, but you have to have people to man those
Okay,
operators.
can I just speak for a second? I'm thinking about we don't. If we're not using a line and a phone is dormant or not plugged in because we don't have enough volunteers, great. We just use 5
It just seems
phones.
like a waste of
Julie,
time
that's
and money.
very true.
Honey,
That's
honey,
very
I
true,
propose
because
this. Let's X this one out.
Yeah.
No, let's X this one out.
No,
Yeah.
no,
I think
no,
we should
I
let
haven't
Julie
even got
talk.
to tell you about the best function on this, which is the
Let's
intercom
let
function,
Julie.
which allows you to speak directly with the senior telephone operator, and we're Xing out
I
phone.
just feel I can help solve the problem, the issue here. Take out the
Julie,
6.
there is no issue because I planned this.
Ken, I think you should let Julie finish what she was saying.
There is an issue because what Sandra brings up is completely valid. We take out the 6th and we make this the senior phone operator.
No.
We take out the 6th.
talked about the fact that we were going to get another phone line.
One other phone line, not two.
Exactly.
Which is exciting, Ken. 2 phones is exciting, but unless you share that information with other people, if you keep it all to yourself, we
He's
can't
sharing it now.
I know.
I'm sharing it now.
It's a little-
Thank
it's
you.
a little days
I'm
out.
sharing it now. I didn't want to share anything until we were actually going to get this. There was a lot of discussion with Samantha's father about when they were making the upgrade. I did not have control over when they were making the upgrade. If we didn't get this, I had it all figured out with the phone company to just add one more phone line. I said I'm sorry. And I'm sorry.
Okay, let's take a 2. We need to take a 2.
Okay.
I don't need a 2.
Okay.
I don't need a 2 because I think if you just listen to the senior telephone operator.
Okay, I need a 2. I need a 2.
You don't need a 2, Rod.
Okay. We're gonna take a quick 2. Okay.
We'll take a quick 2.
All right. Hey, we'll get back on the agenda. You know, just mark where we are so you don't forget.
Yeah, I'm on the agenda, David. I'm following my agenda.
Great.
You know, I came in here and I prepared this, and it feels like nobody wants to listen to anything all the way
We have a
through.
committee. We work through a collaboration. You know that this is the process. You know this.
Am I the only one taking a 2?
Yeah. Stand. Right your back. Let's go bring it back in, okay? I want to do a real-time check-in. Okay? Julie, a lot of new information coming at you. How are you doing?
I'm exhausted.
Great. Great.
Is there anything we can do to get this more streamlined for you?
No. No, I think we should all just listen to what Ken has prepared.
Ken, the floor is yours. We are all ears. If I may suggest, why don't we start moving through the call script? We can circle our way back to the technical aspects of the new phone system.
That sounds good.
Okay?
Ken, how's that sound?
It's fine.
Let's move forward. All right.
Okay.
Here we go.
So I'm just going to walk us through the script here. So what we have here is the script for the telephone that we will be using to train our phone operators on the first the day before. It's 2 pages,
Same
okay?
as last year, right?
It's the same as last year, yes.
Okay. Yeah, expert.
So, Julie, since this is new for you, why don't we get one of our more expertise callers to give it a shot first off and you watch as an example.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yep.
Right?
Yeah,
You want to jump in there and show us how it's done?
absolutely.
All right, give us
Julie, you don't have to go this fast, just so you know.
Okay.
Sandra, will you be our first caller?
Yeah.
I'm going to read the hot tips.
Yeah.
Now, Julie, one thing is, I like to make sure I'm really upright. Because if you sag down, your back can really start to hurt later on in your shift.
Takes a lot of endurance, it does.
Posture's important.
It is.
How long are our shifts?
They are 4 hours.
You guys! Now, I'm not sitting in a chair for 4 hours.
Well, that's why you're gonna do this. It's a marathon for us too.
It is.
Okay, I'm gonna do a little pause, do a little time out here, okay?
Yeah.
I know this year is different because I'm heading more to the programming / entertainment, so I'm gonna be working in close connection with stage management. I would like to have a shorter stint at the call table. Just, I'm gonna be
I
exhausted.
don't think it's
Doing
unreasonable.
more.
I don't think it's unreasonable to ask, but you all have to do it.
Yes. But sometimes less is more.
I don't disagree, but you know, I'm heading to volunteers for 24 hours.
I'm running all backstage operations.
Roddy's got hospitality feeding those people. Sounds like it's easy. It is
Oh, I
not.
know, but I need to be available to troubleshoot. If something with the tower.
Sure, absolutely. You know, or what happens if a volunteer doesn't show up? What do? I don't know.
It's-
I'm running the phone.
It's fine.
Right? So
It's
it
fine.
isn't.
It's fine. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it. Roddy, let's begin. Sandra's our first caller. I'll read the hot tips. Sandra, ready to start.
Anything you want me to throw at him? I mean, in terms of.
Let's keep it pretty standard.
Okay, here's a standard call.
Standard call.
And
Standard
most
call.
of them are standard.
Pretty much.
Ring, ring, ring. Ring, ring, ring.
Hello. Thank you for calling the 9th annual Garrison High Miles for Mary Telethon Traveling Through Time. I'm Rod. To whom am I speaking this afternoon?
You're speaking with Jane.
Thanks for calling, Jane. How are you enjoying the telethon this afternoon?
I am enjoying
All
it.
right, this is great. So right now is when we're going to want to engage them. Get them talking.
Now.
You don't have much time to build a rapport, but that rapport is going to be really, really helpful when we're trying to sell it later. They're going to say, I'm going to give it 10 cents, 10 cents per mile. You're going to want to say, how about 15?
Humor helps always.
It does.
Okay, listen guys, I know I'm someone who's not comfortable with the upsell. For those who upsell, I just don't think it's appropriate. People are calling out the goodness of their hearts. I don't want to take advantage of them. If they want to give $5, I don't want to ask them to give 10.
If they say no,
Then they say no.
it is fine. And this is it's a light touch.
Yeah.
And these are going to be the parents of your students,
Okay.
people like that. Not every caller is the same.
That's right.
So-
Upselling is not appropriate for some people.
And everyone is a person.
Julie, before we continue, how's this going for you?
It's fine.
Never done this before,
Yeah.
which is fine.
Okay.
You can always slow down, pump the brakes.
Well, I'll let you know.
Okay, Julie? Okay, so...
David,
Yes, Ken?
you are being patronizing, and we talked about this.
He is not being patronizing.
He's being so patronizing in this
He
situation.
is not being patronizing right now.
He's saying, okay, Julie, okay, talking down to you.
No.
You've never done this before, it's fine.
I'm just trying to speak with her in a calm manner, so not to escalate the situation.
You're being patronizing, and I'm not the only one who thinks so.
Stop it.
I'm pretty sure that if I was patronizing Julie, Julie would tell me.
And I think you're being patronizing to me right
Well, I
now.
think you're
You don't know what
Julie that
patronizing
she can't speak
means.
for
Well, I'm
herself.
speaking for her because I'm upset.
Oh, well, then you should say that you're upset.
Sorry,
And not
never
bring me into it.
Well, I'm upset that I feel like David is being patronizing to Julie.
I don't think he was patronizing me. I understand his frustration, and I was
so
just
then
giving him
whenever I can just have a
No, I think you just listen a little bit more to hear what she's saying.
I'm listening to the entire situation. I understand that you don't feel like it, but David is patronizing to you.
Julie, if
if I was being patronized. I'm sorry.
That tone is patronizing. Julie, I'm sorry if I was being patronizing. Well, because this patronizing thing has been going on for several meetings now, and I understand that someone is a chair of this committee, so they feel like they have some sort of position here.
They do.
But we talked about this.
When did you talk about this?
This is the first I've heard of it.
Oh, well, great. That's because you're never paying attention.
How would you say something like, I apologize, without being patronized?
Yes, please. I'd like to hear.
Oh my God, does anybody speak in this room without speaking to each other like we're students? You're all talking to me like we're kids in your class.
With
Talk to me like
respect?
no, with patronism.
I'm a student in everything in my life.
Yeah, and I don't need to be taught. We don't need to be taught.
I need to be
Yeah, I
taught.
think it's the end if you feel like you don't need to learn anything.
I completely agree with you, Sandra.
Yeah, well, I want a teacher who's not going to patronize me and talk down to me.
Teach us.
Yes.
Yes, that is exactly what we're
Teach
asking.
us. Teach us how to not be patronizing.
I just tried to go through my presentation with the phone, and I don't think I was being patronizing to anybody.
Great.
Why were you not patronizing?
Because I was just telling you how to do it.
How was that different than what David was doing?
David has a tone. David has a tone of, I know this is hard. I know this is and that's not the way I think people learn. And that's, we know that's not the way that people learn
Oh, we know
effectively.
this.
We do.
By creating a hospitable environment for people to make mistakes.
What? No. There are techniques for teaching people, and patronizing people is not one of them. You know that, David.
Missed our teacher work day last week because I'm just trying to apply that to my
Yeah,
everyday
I took a
situations.
personal day, and that's okay. And that's okay if somebody takes a personal day every once in a
throwing that in
while.
your face, am I?
I'm not throwing anything in anyone's face. I'm just saying that there are some things that are patronizing and other things that are not patronizing.
I'm just going to step in here and say that part of what Ken is working on right now is actually speaking about things the moment he's feeling them. And I think he's displacing some feelings right now.
I appreciate that.
I'm not displacing. You've even said that you think that David is an ineffective leader.
No, that is not what I said.
Oh, well, great. So I probably just made that
Hey,
up.
Ken. Hey, Ken.
Yes, Rod?
Hey, Ken.
Yes?
Ken. It's okay.
Patronizing.
I think somebody else has a different P word happening here, which is paranoid.
Hey, David,
Oh,
you need to learn
paranoid.
the
I was just trying to say that, which is fine.
Ken, you want to do a real-time check-in?
No.
How do you do it?
I'm not doing well. I'm not doing well.
What can we do to maybe make that better?
I think you need to listen.
Okay.
Number one.
Okay. Want to try saying that again?
Yeah, I think you need to listen.
Okay, do you want to try saying that again?
Yeah, Roddy, I think you need to listen because half the time you're thinking of a question without even listening, and maybe if you were listening, you wouldn't have that fucking question. Yeah, exactly. And I apologize, but that one was worth it.
Do you want to do a real-time check-in?
Yes.
I feel
How are you feeling?
Well, I'll tell you what, I was feeling a lot better about 30 seconds ago.
Okay, what changed?
Yeah, someone in here is being very disrespectful.
I did exactly what this committee needed.
And this is Rod's real-time
Get
check-in.
another check on
If that person was in the room, what would you say to them?
That person is in the room.
I'm sitting right here. You guys just tell me. You set me up to then cut me down because I'm doing something that this committee always talks about, which is do more. And you know what? Nobody in this committee is doing more except me.
That's not true.
You can't do more.
Well, Julie,
That's right.
you're doing
You
more.
can't.
I know you're doing
Hey, we all gotta be on the bus.
And this bus is going 60 miles per hour straight ahead.
Can't do more like
It's right. If you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far and do more, we got to
Sandra,
go
you're the
together.
one! Yeah, Sandra's the one. You're the one who's always saying, let's do more. I don't see you do anything.
Oh, come on.
She's always saying, let's do more, let's do more, let's do more. But she's not actually doing more. You're just all talk, Sandra.
okay.
Oh, I'll do more.
Alright, then, take the feedback, that's fine. You don't need to yell at me.
I'm not
Have I
yelling.
ever been abrasive to you?
This is the sound of my voice.
I have been listening to it for many years. Many years I have heard your voice. Have I ever been abrasive to you?
Yeah, tonight. This has been very abrasive. I didn't even get to tell you about the intercom feature, which I think could eliminate the problems with the prank calls. And there are pager functions on this that if we could just page all the phones and say, hey guys, watch out for the way that they're pranking the calls in this way so that we don't fall for it and we don't have to waste the things. And it just seems like people, they just immediately want to get rid of things. And I know.
Pick up from where we left off.
Let's pick up from where we left off.
Okay, great.
Right? You got this?
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez, what?
What? Oh, jeez.
What? I'm about to sit here and do this so your wife knows how to do it.
Following along with just keep
Hey,
going.
Jules, I know you know how to do it. There's so many distractions.
Rod, I really appreciate you looking out for Julie. This is the process.
Thank you,
It's
Rod.
great.
Yeah, I just want to be treated like we're not in a remedial class.
Ken, you have to be remedial before you are an expert. You have to walk before you run.
Oh, thanks for the platitudes, Rod. That really
Hey,
helps.
he's trying to help.
Ken, how many students send you a Christmas card?
Whoa.
More than one?
Sorry, not everybody can be the fun health teacher. Some of us actually have to teach something.
Okay. Okay.
This has been coming for years.
No, nothing has to come. Nothing has to happen. It's just not going to be your 5 minutes in which you get together,
I
everybody.
feel like the way that we treat each other is, it's not conducive to learning.
Are you speaking for you, or are you speaking for other people?
I'm speaking for myself. I'm speaking for myself. I'm speaking for myself, and I'm also speaking for Julie.
Okay, I'm not even married to Julie, and I'm uncomfortable with that.
Do you mean that you're not Julie?
I mean, I'm not even Julie. Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean,
Yeah.
if you were my,
Well,
if you were my,
Sandra, sometimes in a relationship, you can have.
okay,
There it is.
okay. I'm gonna go ahead and raise the
Are you kidding
patronizing
me?
flag because I'm not in a relationship.
Did you really have to say
I
every
can't say
syllable
that kind
of
of a
relationship? I don't understand what it meant.
Yeah, well, sometimes your partner can actually have thoughts about what's going on with you.
Okay.
That's called a relationship.
Okay.
And you know, till death do you part.
Okay.
Well, thank you for explaining to me what a marriage is.
I think what Ken is saying is yes, I have said on occasion that I feel like we focus more on people's feelings here instead of just the task at hand.
I think that's fair.
Yes. And you know, I feel really good that Julie just explained what I was saying. I'm not offended.
Good.
Why is everybody so offended if I speak for her, but when Julie speaks for me?
She disagreed with you.
Ken, if there's anything happening in the dynamic of these meetings, I want to know about it. If it's about me doing a shitty job, I want to know about it.
David, I think it is about you. Yeah, because you provide us with half-done agendas that are confusing, and because the methods for time determining how to do something instead of just doing something.
Jules, you're a saint for putting up with this.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's inappropriate.
Yeah, that's
I should be commenting on someone else's relationship, which is clearly falling apart.
Okay. Okay.
We are doing 10 seconds of silence starting right now.
David, you need to call it.
Okay, mea culpa for
Hey,
real.
Rod, not now.
I can apologize. I'll
No,
go.
we're done.
Okay, we are. Yes. May I speak? Of course.
I really like what you're wearing today, Sandra.
Thank you so much, Kim.
It looks really nice.
I really appreciate that.
Sometimes when I'm on the bus, I want to get off the bus immediately. How can I do that in an effective way that won't cause people to be upset that I want to leave the bus?
Sometimes it can be hard to announce to the whole bus, hey, stop this thing, pull over. Because then it's turmoil. Sometimes you could just tap the bus driver on the shoulder and say, hey, can we talk? So if you need to talk to the bus driver later, let's talk.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Sure.
That was really helpful feedback. Now my next question. David, how's Roberta? She's doing better.
Okay.
I know that her mom died, and we sent a sympathy card and flowers and stuff.
We appreciated that.
No,
That's really
sometimes.
nice.
Sometimes, when I'm in a meeting with you, and experiencing the methods you lead a meeting with, if I want to give feedback during a meeting that won't cause an argument or won't derail something, how can I do that?
If you can be specific about what the problem is, we can be specific about solutions we can find together. Also, you can try and frame it in the positive. Instead of, don't walk on the grass, try, let's walk on the sidewalk.
So, how about you train the trainees, like this is your AP history class,
That's such great feedback.
That feels so disingenuous.
What? What are you talking about? What's disingenuous? You just said let's teach this like you're teaching an AP. What are you saying? That comment's disingenuous?
Yes, it's disingenuous.
Why?
Because what I really
It
mean
is
is that you're teaching
disingenuous.
things like the remedial.
It is
and I'm being
disingenuous.
patronizing.
You should mean what you say and say what you mean.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay, great. So then, Ken, you should take back what you said. You told Sandra she looked nice. You should take that back. Ken.
I'm sorry that I said that you look nice earlier. Because you wear that every day.
Okay. Now you should turn to David. And take back what you said about Roberta.
David. I'm not sorry that Roberta's mother died. I actually think that your family should have some personal strife to deal with. It's so perfect.
Let's remind ourselves why we're here and how little time we have.
Patronizing.
Why is that patronizing?
Let's remind ourselves why we are here.
Do you remember why we are here?
Oh, I
Do you remember what the scholarship is for? Do you remember why we created the telethon? Do you actually, in this moment, remember?
Oh, I remember that this is for Mary Crane,
I'm so
who
glad you
died in a car crash 8 years ago.
It was 9! It was 9 years ago!
Oh, sorry. 9 years ago. She was a very promising student and a track star, and I remember that. And that's why I'm part of this committee. And by you asking me if I remember something horrible that has happened, that is the basis for that. That is patronizing because it assumes that I forgot.
Yep.
Ken,
Yep.
Ken, I think that Sandra, Rod, and I can handle phone training on Saturday morning.
No.
Why don't you call it a timeout?
No.
Why don't you tap out for now?
No.
Call it a day.
No, I don't want to
We
call
can
it a
double the
day.
class size and it is fine. Julie,
No.
you and Ken want to
No, we are taking pictures.
Sandra, Rod, and I are comfortable. I'm picking you up for her as well.
Okay! I will be the phone operator! And don't talk! Stop talking! You are done talking! Stop talking! I will be the phone operator so I can learn! And Ken will call it! And then we'll be done with this meeting! No! We're not going to talk about anything else! That's the only thing we're going to do! We're just going to get it done!
Ring, ring. Ring, ring.
Hello. Thank you for calling the 9th Annual Garrison High Miles for Mary Telethon Traveling Through Time. I'm Julie. To whom am I speaking this afternoon?
You're speaking with Ken Whitecollar.
How are you enjoying the telethon this afternoon?
I'm enjoying it.
That's great. Do you know how you would like to pledge?
I'd like to pledge 25 cents per mile for runner Chooch Chavez.
Could I get you to 50 cents per mile?
Sure.
Thank you so much. After the telethon, we'll be contacting you at the phone number you provided and tell you the exact amount of your donation. Just a reminder that every dollar you pledge goes towards the Mary Crane Scholar Athlete College Fund, which each year provides one male and one female qualified student athlete with a scholarship to their chosen college or university. Make sure to stay tuned throughout the telethon for further special pledge opportunities and giveaways. Have a good afternoon.
Good job.
The National Weather Service in Cleveland has issued a winter storm warning for heavy snow and blowing snow, which is in effect from 6 p.m. Sunday to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Monday. A wind chill warning has also been issued for the following counties: in Ohio, Ashland, and Medina. If you will be traveling in the warning area, you should choose an alternate route if possible. Use extreme caution if travel is unavoidable. Stay tuned for further details or updates.
And I know that my niece Tiffany was especially disappointed. She'd been working up some new and exciting clarinet material and was eager to participate. I wanted to let you know that your hard work is still greatly appreciated. So on top of Martindale Motors' initial $500 sponsorship pledge, which I insist you keep, I've enclosed for a check for an additional $250. I hope this helps soften the blow. I wish I could do more. Yours truly, Marty Martindale.
Great. So moving. And as we know, Pancake House was also adamant that we keep their pledge. That leaves us with $1,000, which we will split into two $500 scholarships for our student athletes. Now, I feel compelled to remind us this isn't nothing. It's more than we were able to give away in '81. Isn't it, Sandra, right? That first year, I think we hit 800 something, and that silly banner dropped, and we were absolutely thrilled. So I think we got to be proud of ourselves for keeping this thing going. The torch was passed. Of course, our event insurance did not cover extreme weather, so there are those expenses. Ken, a lot of the AV equipment we reserved, that we had to pay for, and catering, Rod, the sandwiches were already made, so we had to eat that cost. Right. But guys, this is why we built in the 15% contingency. It's always better to be safe than sorry, so we got a little cash in the bank as startup funds for next year. We are in the black, and that is the budget. Moving on to high lows. David, I was wondering if you would like to do them this year.
You want me to do that?
Well, I think it only makes sense.
Okay, all right. Perhaps we'll just stick with the high, because I think we can all agree that the low was not having the telephone.
That's probably true.
I think a high was the top, and we all agreed to do more this year. I think another high was coming up with a really amazing theme, so we can probably just put that one on deck for next year.
Oh, that's great. One step ahead for next year.
And Ken, the tribute video you made is it's really special. Sorry no one got to see it, on air. Next year. Thank you, David.
That's great. Thank you, David. Okay, so scholarship announcement. Sandra, I know you spoke with the Cranes, Janie and Steve. Do you want to tell us who they selected?
Sure. For the ladies, they chose Gertie, and for the men, they chose Chooch.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, he's gonna
Right.
be really happy.
Has he been accepted into a college?
She's got a couple offers.
Fantastic.
But there's still a big grade question.
Yeah.
So it'll probably be at Ohio Valley Junior College in the fall.
Well, just getting into college at all is no small achievement.
Yeah. It's not his dream school, but, you know, it's a start.
Sometimes our dreams are not the best things for us.
Well, I agree to disagree with you on that one, but I know what you mean, I think. Hey, Coach Pete. I think that Chooch and Gertie are going to be really happy. And, what is it you always say about persistence?
Well said, Rod. I think this is really great. Okay, I think that does it for 88, 89. So, future business. I'm wondering, just by a show of hands, who's interested in being on the committee next year? Okay. 89, 90.
90.
Well, what do we want to do about a chair? I know that David in the interim took my position. I don't have a problem with David continuing to be the chairperson if you all feel that he was, if you would like him. David, would you like to stay?
Would I like to stay?
Would you like to be chairperson next year?
I leave it up to the group.
Should we vote?
Who would like David to be chairperson next year?
We should open the floor.
Okay.
Okay. You want to count them?
Oh, jeez. Oh, wow. One for David.
David, 1.
One for Julie.
1 for Julie.
Two for Julie.
2 for Julie.
Two for David.
2 for David.
One for Brenda.
1 for Brenda. Okay, there should be a runoff between David and Julie.
Does Julie want to be a part of the committee next year?
She, I don't know.
We can table it.
Well, but I think she'd do a great job, you know, if she wants to.
Let's table it.
Okay. Tabling the chair election. I'll keep this note. Okay, I think that concludes our meeting. Unless there's anything else to talk about. Okay, everybody ready to adjourn?
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, this meeting is officially adjourned.
Can we go to Panchitos?
Oh, I'll go to
We can
Panchitos.
go to Panchitos.
They have margarita specials till 7.
Panchitos open?
Nice out.
Hey, they opened it last weekend.
The windows in my classroom today. It's so nice.
Careful, those kids might try and escape.
Yeah, they're itching to get out of here.
Fresh air is good for the brain. Coach, you didn't tell them about Paula.
What
Oh,
about little Paula?
she got into junior space
Oh,
camp.
that's great.
No, in Houston.
Sure, baby.
Okay, right after Big Move, we're gonna head out into the adult world for a job. Yes, kids, 8 hours a day we're gonna work. And then next fall we're gonna start at CSU, where we will proceed to tear the school apart. Yes, that's right. Tracy's going away to Phillips. We won't miss her at all. I will miss this room, though. We've had some great times.